Yeah, speaking of Cooley High, I feel like that was one I kind of forgot about. The two main stars is him and I forget Lawrence's full name. The other guy though.
Lawrence Hilton Jacobs?
Yes, it's them two. It's those. It's those two. They're the
so
closest.
cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God! First of all, give it up Crump Jr. Everybody. Oh my God.
That boy is good.
So funny.
All right.
The boy good. That is insane. Hey y'all, I'm Be Free.
And I'm Q.
And you're listening to the Love in the Loop podcast, where life, love, and music meet on the same beat.
Two artists, one journey, and a mission to prove that the best collabs happen when you're in sync.
Let's go.
Welcome to Love, 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 Love in the Loop. We're talking about life and love and music and all that we do.
Life and love and music.
Love, 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 Love in the Loop. We're talking about life and love and music and all that we do. Love in the Loop. Love in the Loop. Love in the Loop. Love in the Loop. Be free and cute.
Be free and cute.
Love in the Loop.
What is good, everybody? Ooh, yes. Welcome to another episode of The Love and the Loop with Be Free and Q. I'm Be Free, the musical Swiss Army knife. Get into it, yeah.
And I am Q, the Q and Be Free and Q, keyboard extraordinaire, mix engineer, and your mama's boyfriend.
Oh my God. Where did all that come from? My God.
I'm trying to keep up with your ass. You got the intros and shit.
It's impossible. Impossible. But of course, we're back
on
here.
your boyfriend.
This has been probably the wackiest intro we ever had thus far this whole season, but this is our podcast where we have the life and the love and the loop meeting on the same beat, all that fun stuff. And we are here for a very, very special episode, you guys. We have a special guest. Say hello to the incomparable musical Swiss Army knife in his own right, saxophonist, keyboardist, producer, arranger, band leader, all the things. Get into it, You guys, please give it up for our wonderful friend, Curtis Crump Jr.
Hallelujah.
Give it up, y'all. Give it up, y'all.
Thank you. Honored to be here.
How you doing today, sir?
Good. I'm able to get into the yurt. That's
Listen.
good. Get into the yurt.
You got to add that to the resume.
Yeah.
Okay, it's an actual adjective
Oh,
and thing that we do in our best lives. So we have been talking about a myriad of topics throughout our last few episodes. Episode 3 was, of course, about Millennial Symphony, which is my newly released album, which was also engineered and mixed by yours truly, by this guy here. I said yours truly.
Yeah, it's true.
By Quentin. But we also have a very special monumentous thing that happened recently, which was what?
We moved to LA.
We celebrated our 1-year anniversary of moving from Milwaukee, Wisconsin to Los Angeles, California. So what better way to close out the season and close out the year, because this is December, and just talk about what it's like to have the comparison of Los Angeles versus Milwaukee. Now, the reason we also wanted to have a special guest with us today, because Curtis, not only has he been out here doing the damn thing, but he is also back from home from Wisconsin, and he is another musician, and he's been out here for 5 years, going on 6. So great to have all those different insights and things, and finally give our friends our tea and his distinguished tea on Los Angeles versus Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Midwest. Get into it, yeah.
Yeah, you've outside of just being a dope, musician and our friend, you've been kind of our liaison for coming out
I was
here.
gonna
Like,
say,
just introducing us to everybody.
No, for real.
And all
Like
of that shit.
you are largely the reason why you're the reason why I sing. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Like you have really been like the grounding point for us with this entire transition from the Midwest to here, not only with getting us ready and giving us insight and helping us like just make connections, but it's the literal minute that we got here. It was like, oh, cool, bet. Y'all heard? Bet. Cute. Quentin. Got to get for tomorrow morning. Like literally.
That literally happened.
It literally happened now. I'm not even exaggerating, y'all. Like it's insane.
Yeah, we got off the plane Saturday night. Sunday morning, I was in church.
Yeah.
Literally playing.
Yeah, and I think that that's one of the reasons why I feel like we definitely knew that we wanted to have you on this episode, because obviously to give you your flowers, but like to just talk about how having that made all of the things that we've been doing very much feasible. I think so. So prepare for a lot of kudos, my friend. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, the flowers episode.
Right. So, fun fact, before we get even further into the whys of things, for anybody who didn't catch episode 1 of this podcast, which was Meet the Fars, we talked about you a little bit already. Yeah, we hyped you up a little bit because where did we meet Curtis?
We met Curtis at our wedding, or we needed a keyboard player for our wedding, and lo and behold, the Lord sent us Curtis Crump Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So funny.
It was a lot of stuff going on that season. A lot of little hiccups, and people were dropping out and doing things, and we did not know who was going to play. And Quentin can't play because he's in the wedding. It's his wedding. So
That's what they said. Right?
it might. I can't recall who it was. It was either Kendall or Michaela or somebody that recommended you to
I would
us.
say Kendall, but we can split it between.
Do you
Kendall
recall
and Michaela.
this? How you got put in the mix with us?
The immediate contact was Kendall.
Okay.
But like Michaela to me is kind of like a big sister though as well. So like it could have definitely have been like Michaela just said something like, oh yeah, and then Kendall could have like, oh yeah, or vice versa. Kendall could have been like, oh yeah, you know Curtis, and Michaela would be like, oh yeah, that's my brother, you know.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, Kendall hit me up because we had our band at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, rhythm changes. Yeah, wow.
So that is how we kind of got in the world with you together. But also, if you want to elaborate a little bit more about who you are, where you're from, and what you do, because I know I have my own like little dramatics, but for everybody to know specifically from the words of the man himself, who is Curtis Crump Jr.?
That's so funny. Well, hi guys. Clearly, I'm Curtis. I was born and raised in Racine, Wisconsin. I went to college at UW Parkside in Kenosha. And like I kind of assess all of my professional like music experience coming up was heavily kind of based out of Milwaukee. To Milwaukee and then other local things in Racine. But yeah, I am a saxophonist first and a keyboardist, pianist, and I do play low clarinet. Played some in college. And
Wait.
so funny.
You should have seen our faces, y'all, because this is like news to us.
That's so funny. It didn't have much use all the time anymore. Like,
boy, you know how much Alfred Hitchcock you could have been getting into it with?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
You got Benny Goodman over here.
Oh my
God.
God.
Funny.
It's all
like,
the
yeah,
woodwinds. Do you play
literally.
flute?
It's not good. It's
Oh.
not good.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's talk, and then maybe by next year I might be like, look at me, y'all.
Which is possible, and it can happen because it's Curtis. So I will hold you to that.
Trying to get my Curtis Penderhughes on.
Listen. Well, you just added even more. Every time we learn more about you, it's not surprising, but also it's like, well, damn, how did I not know that? You know what I mean? But it makes sense because, you talking about Curtis? Okay, yeah, well.
Yeah, instead of like,
course.
wow, he does that. Like, of course he does that.
Yes.
He's one of those.
I love it.
Oh yeah, that a little drums. Even though I'm so rusty, I don't even.
You play drums too, and you guys.
I saw him play drums. Yeah.
He's being very modest.
Y'all saw me. I still got one of them videos from me sitting in at the Jazz Estate in Milwaukee, just like why am I sitting here?
Oh, shit.
All the drummers in the city.
Oh my goodness! But I feel like that's just coming from being a church kid. Just
That's
like
true.
everyone wanted to jump on drums and do something. And even though I started playing keys, actually, I already started playing drums a little bit at church. And my home church back in Racine, Wisconsin, All Nations Pentecostal Prayer House. Every year they still have a tent revival in August, and literally the entire month of August is literally every night is a church service. Like they do it to reach out to the community. And this is like years ago. I was probably like 14, and none of the other music director's not there. The other keyboard player isn't there, and I always showed up early to help set up everything because it's literally outside. It's a tent. I helped take the generator down with one of the other like ministers. And
You was
stuff.
in the trench.
Set up, set up the keyboards, set up the drums, like so we can have service. So we're literally having service at night, but no one's there yet. It's just me. So out of instinct, I jump on the drums. Like I can hold a beat because we'll do that. Hold a beat, hand clapping. It's very storefront church, like congregational Kojic type. That's how I grew up. And my mom, I really will never forget this. My mom just goes, "Boy, get on the keys. Like get on the keyboard.
Said, stop
Get on the
playing.
keyboard. I hear you at the house all the time. You can play.
Yeah.
Just get them. But no.
Mhm.
And literally since then, I was just playing piano ever since.
Oh
Nice.
wow,
Yeah.
that's a nice origin story. I don't think I've ever heard it before. So
Yeah.
did you end up playing throughout the whole revival after that?
Yeah, more or less. And then that was part of just like the rotation of trying to play.
Mhm.
And like I'm telling you, like storefront kind of thing. So I was playing, but the Mr. Music that I had, he was also playing transpose. So I was oddly playing, if it was a churchy song or a song that was kind of in a minor key, I was playing E flat. If it was a more major song, I was playing D flat.
Mm.
And I was playing like that from 14 really to like 20. I was playing
remember you
saxophone
telling
the
me
whole time.
that.
Yeah, I was playing saxophone and like I was already playing by ear, everything else. I knew all my keys, but it was just one of those, I wasn't forced out of playing in transpose, so I wasn't
Mhm.
doing anything else. But I always had other people around me to look at, not always, but I had other people that I could like kind of pick up and just kind of add to my piano repertoire. And it's
Mhm.
like it was very, okay, what are you doing? Okay, what's that chord? Okay, I don't know what this is. Okay, what is that? Okay, I have these shapes, but I don't know what to do them yet. Da da da.
Mhm.
And it just kind of morphed as time went on. Yeah, I ended up getting hired to play. I got hired at my first church, and I was still playing transpose. They had a keyboard. The second church, they paid twice as much in every week, and not every other week.
Mhm.
I was it was a Baptist church, and
Oh, you on that
like,
organ?
I was on that organ. I was on that
You
organ.
definitely on that organ.
No transpose, and they was big on quartet music. The
Mm.
deacons, there was a lot of deacons, and they love to sing all the men's quartet stuff.
So
So all of a sudden, I'm hoping for E flat, D flat, A flat maybe, but like
Yeah.
no, these songs are in G,
Yeah.
in E. Like I'm like,
They put you through the fire and
Yep.
brimstone, boy. Yeah.
but it got me together.
Yeah.
Like, it got me together.
I love the
Yeah.
fact that both of y'all are like geeking out over this because, like, if you guys don't remember, Quentin is also a bit of a church musician himself. Reared in jazz. Reared in jazz, but
bit.
he has a very vast experience in playing. Church musicians do make the best musicians in the world. I'm telling you, and it's because of y'all literally being thrown into the pit of fire
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and expected to swim without any
Oh yeah.
flappers. You know, I mean, you got to figure it out musically, and that'll learn you very well.
It'll learn you real
You'll
quick.
learn you real good. So yeah.
Especially when Sister So and So wanted to sing this song, and then she got
Uh-huh.
the 2 different keys in the same song,
Yep.
and then somebody go to pick the song up, and they pick it up on a different key. You be like, how in the world did we get from? Okay.
Yeah.
There should be a certification for that. Just like Black American church musicians, like organization or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Can you play hymns and all these?
Or at least just the certificate of you passed.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's like, oh yeah, you can hang.
Yeah.
Let's,
Oh yeah, he's good for the churches.
Let's let that be known that it was said here first
Yeah.
on this episode, because if anybody else comes out with that, we're gonna have to pull this up for copyright.
Yeah, the
You
church
right.
conference, the church conference certificate. If you
The
get it,
church
yeah.
conference
If you get it,
certificate.
you can play at the conference because you can play
Yes.
for real. If you can't play for real, you're not playing at the conference.
Oh my gosh.
You got
Put
your
it-
CCC?
Oh,
Yeah,
for
yeah, you got your
real?
CCC.
Goodness, forget your
Yeah.
Ableton. Get your larger certification. You got your CCCs.
Yeah.
Come on. So, all this different experience that you've had, that we've each had collectively, clearly we knew what we were going to be doing, ideally, with our lives. But what was it that specifically made us put our sights on coming to Los Angeles? I think is like the why here.
Mhm.
What led us all here at different points? You came out at the top of the COVID, the cocoa, as I like to
Ooh.
say.
I did.
But you had still, it was something that you still planned for a bit, you know? So, what was it that made you specifically want to come here out of all places? And was there anywhere else that you were considering living, if it wasn't going to be your hometown?
You know, I don't know why the claws were in so deep for LA,
Mm.
but they were early on. I just think I had just made up my mind, like, that's where I need to go.
Mhm.
I would say, not to try to drag it on too long,
Okay.
but like, you play music, you play at church, it's cool. It turns into before I really even like know or notice it, it's like kind of my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm starting to go to college for it. And I stay in Wisconsin. Like I got accepted into Berkeley, but it's too expensive. Who was going? Who was
Listen,
going?
that's a whole other
Yeah,
episode.
like, well, even the people who went to Berkeley, they be like, they know
Yeah.
that somebody had to reach in their pocket, and God bless them if it wasn't them or their parents that didn't have to reach in there.
Mm-hmm. We've all been down that road.
Yeah, but shout out Russ Johnson, who actually did go to Berkeley and do the Berkeley musician thing and drop out and then get his experience in New York and then finished at Manhattan School of Music. And he was my mentor. He was teaching at the college I went to. But kind of once I was like kind of put in the position like, well, what do you want to do? Like going to music school, like what do you want to do for the rest of your life? I was thinking like, well, what kind of career can I make besides just literally playing? And film scoring jumped out, and where do they make films? Hollywood.
Yeah.
So early on, once like when people asked me and I kind of made that in my mind, I was like, yeah, I want to go to LA. I want to maybe go to UCLA or USC, maybe get my like master's and da 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 da. And I would tell people that for years. Like for years. That was always in my mind. That was always kind of the plan. Like all kind of different things happened. Like took longer in college. Like I had a kind of long like relationship and things and stuff like that. But LA was still where I kind of wanted to go. Like that was just kind of in my head. And then shout out to my friend who's a singer-songwriter, Claudio Peroni Jr.
Shout out to Claudio. Yes. See.
We had started to make music in Kenosha. Like started playing together, like his music in his band, and then we actually recorded his first album together. If you want some fun, like just want for some fun, go look at his first album. He might not like that I'm saying this, because you know how like works of like musical works can be. We're like, no, don't listen to that. It wasn't well produced. I could do so much more.
Yeah.
Nah, nobody like going back to the
but for me, it has a very special place in my heart, just because it was the first time me doing something and I'm really invested in it.
Yeah.
And all of the piano parts, organ parts, Rhodes parts, strings that are in there, and there's saxophone and drums, and all the drums on that album, they're me. So.
Sir.
You're a regular Quincy Jones.
hey, man. Listen, that's how Quincy Jones used to talk. Hey, man. Yeah. Oh, got Curtis Crump Jr. here, man. You know, talking on the pod.
Yeah. But we finished recording his album, and then in the middle of 2018, he decided to make the jump to move to LA. He had a group of friends who all were kind of in the same, like, let's do it. And like he went there, and then like some of the other friends went like shortly after. So pretty much that whole summer they went. And even though I've been telling people for years, I'm like, I'm going to LA. I didn't even know what LA looked like. I never been. I'm going.
Yeah.
I don't know what's there, but I'm going. I'll be there. Like, so.
The Lord said, sight without seeing. It's called faith.
It was heavy.
It's a word right
It was
there.
heavy. But then I went to, like, we had to, like kind of re-record a couple things that we went to there. Well, now here in LA. So I flew out for a couple days, like, and it was kind of last minute. But I didn't even do that much. I promise you, I didn't even do that much. And I was here, and I was like, okay, I'm coming. I'm coming, bro. I'm making it happen.
Yeah.
Let me look at my timeline. I'm coming. I'm making it happen. I think I pushed my date back maybe like once, like or twice, or like I thought I was like, yeah, I'm coming next year. It was like, okay, really, it might have to be the fall. Okay, January 1st, I'm coming. That's it. Like, and I went out 2 more times to visit. I think I went to NAMM that 2019. That was a good NAMM.
That the one you were at as well, Quinn?
I think 2020.
We were at 2020 now.
Yeah. Which was also a great NAMM.
Yeah, that was really good now.
What is NAMM for anybody who's listening and don't know what the hell I'm talking about?
The National Association of Music Merchants. Every year they have a convention around the 3rd week of January.
He put the monocle on the National Association of Music Merchants.
The ancient Mayans, you know. But also, it's this great breeding ground because even though it sounds very simple, it turns out to be where a lot of great musicians all come together for that week, let alone the also we went, there was like some workshops as well. They're very informative. You also prep performances. Stevie Wonder be popping up all the time. Like it's all sweet. But okay, just one context. I'm a teacher. Go ahead.
But yeah, like after that initial first trip, all the pieces fell in the motions. Like I have to go. I have to make it happen. Yeah, like all the things were put in motion. I think I had a full 2 months of like, hey y'all, I'm leaving. Here's my gigs. Come see me if you want. Otherwise, that's it. I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, but LA was where I was looking to come. Like, and kind of no matter what. And even if 2 months later, like you said, the cocoa.
Yeah, like a motherfucker too.
This is how you know you were blessed though, because like you are here and still standing even through all of that. And the fact that you had so many, you are like one of the most diversified creatives I know. So it's like you're gonna find a way to make something happen, and the more people that know that you do that, there's always gonna be pockets of work for you. At least that's what it looked like from the outside looking in. I know it's like more easier said than done, obviously, but I do think that you having that vantage point, or you having that, I guess, one up on a lot of people, to be honest, I think is one of the reasons why you have had such a stealthy career, thriving out here thus far, if I do say so myself. It was we talked about it a little bit on our first episode too while we here. Our journey was not quite linear.
No, it was not.
Although I will say, I've always known, ever since I was a wee bit, that I wanted to come out to Los Angeles.
What was that tongue roll?
The wee bit. Okay, so random story. I watched Lady and the Tramp a lot, and there's this little tiny little Scottish Yorkie, and he like, oh, she's a little wee bit, and I don't know what that means, but I think it got something to do with like a little kid, little girl, little something, little puppy, and I always thought that sounded so funny.
That was a very specific thing.
I know.
Okay,
Anywho, ever since I was a wee bit, I've always wanted to come out here. Lights, camera, flashing, yes.
Yep.
Flash, stardom, Hollywood, Walk of Fame, Broadway, and that's New York, but you know what I'm saying. Okay? And scene. I've always wanted to come out here and become the next Moesha. So it was always something in the back of my mind, but never ever seemed attainable. You know what I mean? It was kind of just like, oh, I'm gonna get there one day, or that in my brain, because I'm a millennial creative and I was reared under the idea that working hard and being talented was gonna get you to XYZ. I thought somebody was gonna discover me. And somehow I was going to be led to Los Angeles eventually. So when I had to start taking matters into my own hands, and we realized it was going to. But I think we came out here a lot.
Yeah, we had to prepare for it.
Yeah, no, I'm saying before we even knew we were moving, we were already like spending like every year or so, we had something to come out here for.
Yeah, we did ASCAP.
We came out, the ASCAP Creative Convention. That was 2014. Friends of ours from college got married, and we got to come back out here. I also had the privilege of coming out in 2018 for the Women's Audio Mission Conference at Capitol Records. Shout out to Tariq Moody and Daniel Halter for sponsoring that for you, girl. So like there was always something bringing me back out here, and every single time I was so sad to have to leave. Because I loved the creative energy. I loved like what was being infused in me, and it felt. Something inside of me always just felt like you should be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when we finally, I think it was a discussion that we were having with a friend of ours, Carl Iglesias. It was after that big play we did at UW-Madison.
UW,
yeah, and he lives in New York. He made the plunge from Milwaukee to New York way before us. And I was just talking to her about how frustrated I was, with the local scene. We reached the cap. In my eyes and others too. Like there was nothing else for us to do but do the same thing over and over again.
That's true.
It was a lot of tail chasing. And I'm like, if I'm gonna be stuck somewhere, if I don't know what I'm doing, I'm at least gonna not know where I'm doing somewhere where it's beneficial. Hopefully. Yeah. And like at least I don't know what I'm doing, but look at what I can do, and maybe that can give me a different space or place or what have you. And it was like that's when we really locked in, because he told us about that. I'm getting long-winded, but it was a conversation he was having with David Diggs or something like that.
Mhm.
And it was like something about like the 40 shots. I might have the number wrong, but like in life, you take like 40 basketball shots. You are not gonna make all them shots. But how are you gonna get to the one that sinks if you don't get the ones that don't out the way?
Sure.
And I was just like, literally, that changed my life, because I was just like, yeah, because what the hell am I waiting for? Let's go. And it was 2022. Where I was like, no, we are going to go. And that I started telling people, man, it was so stupid.
Mhm.
I was telling everybody, like, secretly out loud, telling people we was moving. And then life happened, and then I didn't go. And then I got sick, or like thought I was going to be sick. And no, I did. I had surgery,
Yeah.
and all sorts of stuff happened. But once we finally locked in and we was like, we're going to do this regardless of how things look, and God allowed things to move out of the way. Like, yeah, we're selling our house. We don't know who's buying it yet. Like all those sorts of things slowly matriculated and made way for us to get here. And it was also because we had you as an example. You know what I'm saying? It was like, well, Curtis is out there and he's doing XYZ. So who's to say that we can't go out there and do the same thing? I had the biggest amount of faith in you specifically because you play keys. I know what a commodity that is, so I knew that regardless of what happened, you were going to find somewhere to get in and fit in.
Yeah, I was just trying to escape the cold.
Oh my God.
Y'all had dreams and shit.
Jesus.
That's so funny.
Well, speaking of that, I mean, 'cause that's my answer. I was just trying to get away from the damn snow. But
Look, and you
Yeah,
can see it if you want to. It's look, this is
Man.
about an hour and a half. You be on the mountain. It's right there.
We all had different expectations.
Big Bear's all right.
Yes.
But as like when you made your move, what would you say was the most difficult part of the move? Like, was it actually like moving your stuff, or like getting over the fear of moving, or like leaving family?
Some of those I wouldn't say, or like there might be other bigger deals for some other people. I've always kind of weirdly been like, I'm an only child, but I've also always kind of been the okay, new friends, let me go. Okay. Like my
Mhm.
mom was tell the whole story that it was a certain age, like as a little, I couldn't let her go. And then she was so worried for me to go to like preschool or Head Start. And then literally like she lets me out the door. Okay, see you later, mommy. And gone. And that was it. And I was like that
No
pretty
man.
much almost
It was
ever
a
since.
farce.
Yeah. I will say though, like I think one thing that's not like really talked about, and I think I've seen it with other friends, and I definitely had it kind of like myself in a way. Like I will also add disclaimer, like a lot of things during the time I moved because of COVID also caused other things to happen or feel a certain way. But I think everybody kind of has like the first year breakdown in LA. Like
Yeah.
just it's just kind of a thing. Just like, and I think whether things happen for you like right away or they don't or whatever, it gets to this kind of like surreal where you see, because you get your eyes open as you start to see like, wait, there are like a lot of things possible. Things you might not even thought were possible start to happen.
Mhm.
They don't all the way happen for you, or like it's not the way you thought it was going to happen, or all of a sudden like you start to get these other frictions, and it's like it just feels like a different pressure here. And I think everybody has to kind of get through that, accept it, and then get used to being like, no, like everybody's in that kind of same, we're trying to figure it out. We don't know always how, but like we're just trying to make it happen.
Yeah.
So, and I kind of had that early. I kind of had that early, just really like kind of financially, like just some things like that.
Mhm.
Because God bless everybody who's come out here with the perfect plan and things going as close to possible as you planned it.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna have more money saved up or something like that. That wasn't the case. My car I had, if anybody knows me, I'm always even in the Wisconsin, I was always just driving and just I'm driving. Okay, I live here. I'm driving an hour for rehearsal. Okay, now I have a gig on the weekend. I might be 2 hours away, or 2.5 hours, or 3 hours away. Okay, I got some free time. I'm gonna go see my parents in Chicago. That's driving the 2 hours that way back. My car in November, the frame broke.
Ooh.
I put I put 104,000 miles on that car in 3.5 years.
Oh gosh.
Like, I killed that car. Poor car.
Wow.
RIP that 2004 Hyundai Sonata. Well, all my equipment in it, like all my it was always driving like it had 6 people in that 5 people car. Like, so didn't have no car right away. Which, if you ever think about coming to LA, the only thing I'll definitely say, you have to have a car. You have to have a car, unless you're doing some like corporate. You can take it's one thing. And that's all you got to do. You need a car. That's just kind of point blank. Period. Like other places like New York, Miami, even Chicago, like things are closer together in like a certain point. Even though the places might be big, like the main places are closer together, so you can kind of get there quicker. LA is just large.
Yeah.
It's highways
land.
everywhere.
LA, it puts the LA in land.
Yeah, because this one city is like 12 cities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody treats it like the same. Like.
Yeah.
I know like we'll get to more comparisons between like Milwaukee and LA, but in Milwaukee, you're not considering like Wauwatosa, Milwaukee. It's Wauwatosa. Like, or you're not even considering like where I'm from, Racine. You're not considering that like Milwaukee or Kenosha, Milwaukee. However, like when people refer to it like at the time like weather or something like that, the greater Milwaukee area. Right? So they'll take all these places, you like, that's not Milwaukee, why would y'all? But everybody like it's like, okay, that's what they say. LA is almost opposite.
Yeah, it's
everywhere. It's all LA.
Yeah.
Like, because like downtown is like pretty much the only LA, and there's like East LA, but this is not. That's the only Los Angeles spots.
Yeah.
Hollywood is its own city. That's LA. North Hollywood is its own city.
Yeah.
LA. Burbank
Inglewood is its own city.
Inglewood is its own city. LA. Like there's all these like cities, towns, little like sub city villages. Like this is all LA County. This is pretty much they're all considered. Only a few places where they're like. That's not LA, but like
Glendora.
Yeah. Now look, I'm not from LA, so there might be some, actual like I don't even think LA people call themselves Angelinos, but
they don't. I mean, people talk about they get mad at that.
Yeah, but there might be some real LA natives that be like, "Nah, you ain't from here.
I'm from LA."
Yeah. and I can't speak on that, but just I think the common consensus is almost all these places are LA. LA is so big, you have to have a car to even navigate, to even properly work or not work, just network and meet different people.
Yeah.
Like there might be a day, okay, so-and-so has a jam in Burbank. And then this artist that you want to watch is having a show downtown. And I heard somebody else, they're having something in Santa Monica. Okay.
There's a weekly thing in Woodland Hills.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
okay. Oh wait, now something going on. Something going on in Inglewood now. Yo, gas tank is gone and it's only Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so like not having a car and my friends who I moved in with and like they're still like some of my dearest friends. But also that was an adjustment. Like even though we were like getting to know each other and things like that too, I hadn't lived with so many people and some of that we still had to kind of get to know each other in a different light, in a different way. Like CJ is way more of an artist, so he's not as active as like working, gigging, freelance music like instrumentalist might be. So with no car, they're not going out to see any music or anything like that. So I'm kind of alone on that front. So when I thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and there should be like some gigs or something like that, like I'm all happy. And I think NAMM happened shortly after that too, and I was super inspired. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm out of money, and rent's about to come up. I don't got no job and no car. How am I gonna? Wait, this is a lot. Like I don't know. Now I'm kind of freaking out a little bit. Like, and it was just a lot of just pressure and realization. And it was really rough for a second. And I'll say I lucked out because not only did it kind of hit me hard, but I also had a little like relief early. I had came back at like just 6 weeks in. I had planned already like about 2 weeks to come back to Wisconsin, and I had some gigs for some like the college and some other like school things,
Mhm.
like Black History Month.
Yeah, for
If you
sure.
guys remember, we actually technically like it still didn't come out or anything like that, but we recorded Louis V's album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was also during that time.
Still have it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, like, but we like did all that, and it was a good like, okay, good to see friends. Like, I like all the inner like, oh yeah, I'm loved. I'm fine. People are rooting. Like, people are rooting for me. Like those things
Yeah.
that are kind of unspoken. That like just when I feel like pressure or like mild parts of
Ooh.
depression, they just kind of like come in a cloud where it's just
Yeah.
not like it's not just this, and I can't just pinpoint it. It just feels like a lot,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
this. If it's sometimes it's easier if you could pinpoint it, but sometimes it doesn't even feel that way. So you're just like, I don't know. But I was able to be like, okay, I'm doing good. I made a little money. I got a little plan for what I'm gonna do when I get back. Like we're gonna get this moving. Like I really thought I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this and this and that, and we're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
And then the world shut down.
Yeah.
And I will say, like, as crazy as it was for everything happening, for me personally, like, because I was still feeling like not like feeling fairly at the bottom, it was like, well, I guess we all in the same boat, so I feel better.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not as alone in this struggle. Everybody else freaking out. So,
Shit
like,
is
when people freaked out, I was already
Yeah.
kind of there. So I'm like,
Yeah.
that's all
Join
right.
me. Call me now.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, for real.
But like, and because of that, like a lot of people like want to go home or things like that, and I didn't because I'm like, well, yeah, I'd be doing the same thing if I was back home.
Correct.
Like, this is the place to be, so I might as well wait it out and just fare with everyone.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what happened. Like, LA, like in different states, kind of had their own tussle with COVID and the regulations and the different scares and things like that. Yeah,
But
LA,
also, weren't they like one of the first ones to like start opening back up as soon as they could because this is like an entertainment capital?
they wanted to, but they didn't. Not
Mm.
really. We had a weird open like surge after kind of like the whole George Floyd thing. There was a lot of protests.
What a
like
horrible
yeah,
year.
no, it was a lot. Yeah,
Goodness
yeah.
gracious.
Mhm.
was
It
a
was
lot.
very hard to be, not to interrupt, but I'm just
Yeah.
like that. You saying that reminded me that was also happening simultaneously during the Coco. It's
Mhm.
like we were also dealing with all this civil unrest,
Yes.
and it was very difficult to
Mhm.
be black and alive
Yeah,
in a
2020
free
was a
America.
bull.
Like
Yeah.
it was, oh my goodness,
Put a
bro.
mask on.
Goodness gracious. Yeah.
Yeah.
With a mask on.
Yeah.
Look, color
Yeah.
coded, mind you.
Yeah.
But Jesus.
Yeah, but things that started kind of open up that like then it took a second for me to get my unemployment. During that first time I found like an after school music teaching job, and I only had that job for about 5 weeks. But because it was education, I qualified for full benefits for unemployment. So once it all hit, because it started then, but I didn't get it till August. It started in
Yeah.
March, but I didn't get it till August. So it was like a buildup that I got at
Mm.
once. So I went back to Milwaukee, bought a car, drove it back. And I'm like, I'm
Wow.
outside.
Yeah. I'm outside.
Yeah.
How many miles did this one have when you got it?
Whew. I don't think I said for the other car. I don't think I said how much it had. I put 104,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
I bought that car at 210,000 miles.
Wow.
Yeah,
But me and my
Mm.
parents, we tested it out, and we're like, I think somebody switched his engine on the low, and they didn't put it on the no.
Okay.
Like, this engine don't sound and feel like.
210,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that thing was, and it worked. So
Okay.
yeah,
Listen.
yeah. Like I said, the frame broke. Not even the engine. The frame, because the body
Yes.
had. If you do the math, that's 314,000 miles.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a lot for a car.
Ugh, goodness gracious.
To have equipment all the time once it was with me when it was already
Yeah,
old.
no.
Yeah.
Well, I say, you've covered a lot of ground in just this one aspect of questioning, like things that we forgot were even like factors of
Mhm.
why you also are like the GOAT, because you like you
Yeah,
cut your
definitely.
teeth on in a lot of different facets. It's like you had to go through all of that, but you spoke about something that I didn't think about too. That also I get a very specific twinge as well when people like ask us how it's going out here. You know what I mean? Like, because I do feel like there's a lot that people there's a lot of pressures that people put on us from us being out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I
I
don't
feel
think
that.
they realize it that they're doing it. Like, it's obviously coming from a place of like pride and just support. So because they know what we're capable of. But unless you're like physically here and you understand like this is not actually turning out exactly how I thought it would. But you don't have the language to articulate that in a short elevator pitch type conversation, you're not gonna really fully grasp that. So it is a lot to like emotionally maneuver, I think, being out here. Because we are, I mean, I know we have each other and we're friends, but we are still essentially alone. You know what I mean? Our primary support systems are all back in the Midwest. So not having that, but still knowing that they're looking and seeing what you are able to grow out of this it's a lot to carry.
And you got to keep in mind, it's only been a year.
Yeah.
You know, we literally just made a year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In November.
Yeah. Well, it's been a long decade this year's been, huh?
Yeah. This year been 6 years.
Well, I think that us being able to watch and see, because we saw all these things you were doing as well, but we saw like what it took for you to get out here. We saw other friends move here too. Like we knew. I think that's one of the advantages that we had. I feel like we kind of had a tiny like leg up as far as our transition. It still was hard. Don't get me wrong. It was hard stuff, but it wasn't like we were starting from a completely blank canvas.
Correct.
You know what I mean? We were taking, okay, Curtis did this and this worked for him and this person did that so we took all of that and then what do we need specifically for this to like function properly? For example, when we came out here 2018, we came out here for one full week was it not 2018? 2022, I think.
22.
Yeah, we came out here for a full week just to exist. We didn't come out here for like a work thing, other obligations. We wanted to finally just be in the place and go and see all of the different areas of the city. You took us on a tour of the valley.
You did.
Yeah, and we were able to do like sit in on a couple of jams and that was really when I feel like we were able to finally lay a ground, like a game plan. Like this is what we were able to give it a face. You know what I mean? Funny enough, one of the first places we ended up touring or being here when we came was North Hollywood. Because you were playing often at this place called Idle Hour. And that's when we also got to sit in on a gig with you. And I loved it. I loved just this whole area, like when we came to see it. So when we came back to look for places, I had like put a pin in like, okay, I know I like the area of North Hollywood. I don't know where in the whole it's going to be, but I just know that gives me a similar sense of where we're coming from in Milwaukee. Also space, you know what I'm saying? Because we also, you and I.
Space was very important.
Yeah, like we're grown-ups. You know what I'm saying? Like we were not coming out here to be in no roommate type situation because we're married. You know what I'm saying? We are already our own family unit.
Yeah.
So we knew we had to make sure it was going to be something that could house us. Ironically, where we ended up is literally up the street from Idle Hour.
Yeah, we can literally walk it.
We literally can walk, and I
And
swear, we didn't even we didn't realize that till after we got here. We didn't pick the place with the intention of knowing that it was so close. I just thought something like that is very like, oh, this is an MTB thing. You know what I'm saying? Like as hard as this has been, as scary as this all was, like that's how you know. Like, and not to mention, okay, so there's this sign up the street because we live in the NoHo Arts District, and like you take like where we are, they have like different artsy things. People paint like poles and things. There's this like little telephone pole thing, and somebody drew a picture of a little girl. Guess what her name is? Guess what on her shirt? Be free.
Oh, yeah.
I kid you not. I kid you not. It's like a few blocks up the street from our house, and I drive past it every time I go to the grocery store, and every time I walk past, I'm like, yeah. We got this girl. So I'm like, I think things like that are also really,
Did you
really
see the
specific.
kid like joy she had when she? I have never seen a
doing
nigga
this
that
for
excited.
us. I'm doing this for me and Little Be Free on the corner. Take that how you will, okay?
That was pure. I like that.
Thank you.
That was really nice.
So Quentin, what were your expectations with coming out
My
here?
expectations
'Cause I
coming
feel
out
like
here?
a lot of like this idea of being here very much was like sprouted through me, you know?
I think I throw a lot of people off whenever they ask me like, "How's it going?" And I always say it's what I expected. Because people don't like, what do you mean? What did you expect? Is that good or bad? And the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, we came out here a lot and we know a lot of people out here. And and we're also in the age of, the internet at your fingertips at all times.
Yeah.
I kind of knew like what to expect from LA as far as I knew shit was going to be very expensive, which it is. Especially the cost of living. That was the most shocking thing to me. Like I knew it was going to happen. It still didn't make me feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got to watch it in real time. We're like, again?
I know. I know.
Y'all really paying this much? But they don't get snow. So I guess that's where
the
it
trade-off.
balances out. My expectations were, I'm kind of, what's the word? Like pragmatist?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but,
I'll let you say that. I don't know.
You're funny.
I'm going to confirm it. Yes,
Yeah.
pragmatist.
Like pragmatic.
Yeah,
Pragmatic.
I'm pragmatic. Yeah, but I kind of knew that it wasn't going to be too much of a shock. Like I didn't expect people to move too differently out here, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't expecting to come out here like, oh, everything's Hollywood and all of that shit. Like no, it's the same type of people. They just wear shorts like most of these. And it was true.
Yeah.
I knew the traffic was going to be bad, which also didn't make me feel good about it.
Mhm.
Being in that shit all the time. Speaking of which, whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
You got to go somewhere later. He's looking.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of what I expected, which I'm glad. I would like to be surprised by some nicer shit, but it's what I expected.
Okay. I don't even know what my expectations are anymore because I feel like I had like this very like obviously glorified ideology of what it was going to be
what
like.
was the ideology?
I thought it was just going to be hidden. I don't know how else to say it, but I mean, it is in its own way. But I do feel like I don't think I was expecting. I wasn't fully prepared for the start over. You know what I mean?
That's it.
And I feel like it's because we came from a place, not just like literally, but like we came from a place in our lives and career where we have already been doing a lot of the stuff that we are now having to do again because we're in a different place. And I think that that was probably my biggest shell shock, but I've still had to like grapple with. And I think you mentioned it was like when you realize as you get to know everybody's literally doing the same thing. That was my biggest like reality shock. I thought that I was gonna be like this breath of fresh air. Honestly, I thought that like I was gonna just like what roads were gonna be paved because I had all these different things going about me. But the problem is that everybody has something like that going for themselves and trying to figure out exactly where to fit in that puzzle is really tricky.
Yeah, this is the city full of those people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're all everybody in their own way and right. You know what I mean? So I guess I wasn't expecting to be clear, it wasn't coming from a place of like arrogance, but I guess it was just like, oh dang, I gotta do this again. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't expecting to how far back, especially when it comes to gigging. You know, like we gig a lot. There was a point in time where I was doing 40 gigs a year. You know what I'm saying? And that seems like not that much to some people, but I'm like, to me in Milwaukee, that was a lot. You know what I'm saying?
No, they were like big production things.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah.
So to come from doing stuff like that and then having to get in a space where I'm like, oh, this is the bigger city. They're doing stuff like this all the time. And it's like, oh, wait, can I perform, please? You know what I'm saying? I'm having to go into that and having to like constantly be like in show monkey mode, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I have to explain to people why I'm qualified to do the thing that I'm trying to do, you know what I'm saying? Or like meet the people that can help me do the thing that I need to do. It took me a long time to get out of the frustration of that, you know? I'm still irritated about some shows I've had to do when they didn't pay me. Who the do you think I am? And I'm seriously, and I'm always gonna hold the line on that because I'm like, I understand that some pain. I'm not paying my dues in that way. You're not putting me in a situation, especially if it's not. I can understand if it's like, hey, I'm not paying you, but go play for Beyonce. Sure. What time and what color shoes?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, but y'all not doing all of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's like certain things that I had to like really just like figure out how to best maneuver. And I feel like though what really helped with that is really just being really specific about the community that we're curating around us and knowing that the musicians and other creatives that are all in the same boat, people we've graciously met through Curtis as well, they all know what our intentions are, but they also are slowly but surely learning the full totality of who we are. You know what I mean? And that I think is allowing us to be led into spaces and directions that are more advantageous for us, I think.
Yeah, and thank you for being like well liked and authentic.
Yeah.
'Cause that could have went a totally
Because if
different
we tell
way.
somebody, be like, we friends with Curtis, and they make a face.
They're like, Curtis.
Yeah, because it's always, oh yeah, Curtis instead of Curtis.
What is that grimace for, sir?
That's actually really funny. Hey, look, I'll shout out again to just the great Russ Johnson.
Yeah.
He got the saying, there's only 2 rules. Be a bad A MF and be cool. And it's just hard sometimes for people to always be cool.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I don't think it should be, but like that's my own little personal philosophy. It's like everybody, you don't know what everybody's going through.
Right.
So like, and they don't, and people, I think this is like, you don't know what other people are going through, and people don't know what you're going through.
Correct.
So like, you can't blame people for just tossing out whatever they're going through on you all the time, and you can't toss everything out or what you're going through on people either. That's how first impressions get all messed up and stuff too. You're like, what? Why did you're like? Oh, why so? It's like, oh, I think you caught them bad. Everybody else saying something good, and he's like, why did you know? It's too easy to do that. Like, and everybody got stuff to go through, and we all share the space in this planet, and like living our own individual lives simultaneously. And it's just, I think everybody deserves a little grace.
Well, I'll tell you who do deserve grace. Whoever has to deal with the fact that they got to pay for grocery bags. Because we still talk about differences in like LA. That was not an expectation.
Man,
Why am I having to pay for? I just did it. I put
10
this in my
cents per
comedy
bag.
set recently.
That still blows my mind.
Bro, you are charging me for having to hold things and take them to my car? That is insanity. And I get the idea it's supposed to be to encourage like green. I guess because they want you to bring your own bags. But you know what pisses me off? If I'm getting a large order for the week, I don't know how many, when I order because I get my groceries picked up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many bags that's going to take. So why am I being penalized for not wanting to take, you know what I'm saying?
And then they do stupid shit like they'll put like 1 lemon in a bag.
One bag. And you gonna charge me 10 cents for that? A hot pox on your house. Are you kidding? Come on. No. Jesus. Lord.
Oh. Well,
Los Angeles does not have refrigerators in their apartments.
which
For
was
the most
crazy.
part. For the most part.
Yeah, I think it depends on where.
Listen, when we were out here looking for places, I was shocked that there were so many places that did not have fridges and or stoves.
Like, what do y'all expect me to do?
Like, y'all
bro?
You can sleep. I don't know what you're gonna do about cooking.
For real. I think the fridge was the
This is a
most
3-month
common
lease.
thing that was missing. But I was like, I couldn't believe this is a literal, that's not something I've ever heard of in Wisconsin.
Oh no, that's like against the law. I think.
No, seriously.
But you know what's funny though? Even not to sorry to like interrupt.
Like,
I think another big difference, and I think this is also another thing too for people who might not know. I would say most of like the central LA area, like places like downtown Hollywood, North Hollywood, Burbank, like up here near like the East Valley is kind of where most of like the studios are. There's a lot of work happening, so it's more. It doesn't look like crazy city. It's more of the business kind of things happening. You have to go very far to have where people would quote unquote settle down. In Milwaukee, like in Wisconsin, in the Midwest, the culture is way more like family oriented.
Yeah.
It's more like
yeah.
we know you're gonna want to have this place to live in long term. So like that's why like like getting a 2 or 3 year lease like in Wisconsin makes way more sense. It's gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be comfortable. We're gonna try to have maybe more amenities, and you get different dynamics of places here. Because if you're like, oh, you want to live in here yourself? Well, we're used to people only being here for a year and leaving. So we're not gonna. So the landlord, we're not gonna pay for these amenities for you. You're gonna need to bring them yourself, or you're gonna travel with them, or they might include it for somewhere far, or you get like a spin on that. It's like, well, like because we know people move in and out, maybe that's already furnished. But I think places like that are more like maybe downtown or like really, really businessy places, like or like people like nurses and stuff. Like
I love the places we looked at. Like in like Downtown. Even though I've never lived downtown, but like just
Absolutely.
just but I
not.
did see some nice apartments.
They have to be nice. Look, you gotta. If I gotta deal with homeboy and all his friends half naked on the street when I walk outside, my place better be nice.
Yeah. Oh, stepping out of my nice apartment. Oh, someone's shooting up on the corner.
Yeah.
All right.
Did he just defecate right there?
Hey,
He did.
They yell
All
at
right.
you. You
Well,
better
you have
get your foot off and ride these poop piles.
Well, you have to question what species left the poop on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
Actually.
Is that
crazy.
human?
Yeah.
Actually, Jesus, I just had a video shoot the other day. And it was downtown.
Mhm.
But I'd never been, I think it's a street literally called Wall Street. I'd never been on Wall Street in LA. And I was like, oh, this is definitely not. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
And
see
it
no
was
dogs
like-
walking.
And it was almost crazy. Like, you know what I mean? 2 blocks of a lot of just homeless people in dark and like the light. There was like no real lights.
Yeah.
And then I got to like 1 block. It was like Wall Street and maybe like 5th Street.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, okay, here's where some of our businesses are. Half of the block. Oh, just kidding.
Yeah.
Only that half of the block.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and looked out where I was. I'm like, okay, more not people or on the,
Yeah.
you know, less shady characters.
So since we're continuing to talk about the differences between the two areas, and those are very like formal differences, you know what I'm saying, as far as like lifestyle and people who need refrigerators and who don't. But because we're also musicians, like what would you say some of the most choice differences or comparisons are between like the gigging culture here or just like the music scene in Wisconsin or Milwaukee versus Los Angeles that we've observed?
I'll say, because there's a misconception about gigging like out here. I think a lot of people expect the gigs to pay more.
Mm-hmm.
They
I was one of those people.
Yeah. They do not. Now, I'm not saying there aren't high paying gigs. There's a lot more opportunities to do shows because LA is so large and there's so much going on. But as far as no, people are still offering the $75, $100 gigs, and where they want you to bring your own equipment. And
we do got to protest the $75 gigs. Like we really should be protesting the $100 gigs.
Yeah.
Just in general, but yeah, not less than 100.
How dare you? No, how freaking. You know what irritates me the most about those types of gigs? Those are always seen out here. We had just got to a point in Milwaukee where we were able to put our foot down about not doing those types of gigs because the people who offer you in both places, those ask you for the most shit.
Of course,
But I feel like
they're trying to get the world on a budget.
No, sincerely,
Yes.
but I was really irritated to see how much that was also happening out here. You know, I'm like, it's a bunch of give an inch, take a mile type stuff. Stuff.
sure.
I'm like, you do realize that you haven't even told me what the pay is yet.
And
You-
it's so funny that like it's almost opposite when it's like pay more.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, yeah, we're gonna do this and make sure, and I think the rate for the whole band was $5,000.
Yeah.
You guys just go on at this time, but do you guys do?
Do
No,
what
it's
you
it's
do.
great. It's great. Here's the check already, or you got the first deposit, right?
Yeah.
You know,
like
yeah.
shit.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah, they want $75. We need to rehearse. We need at least 3 rehearsals, 4 hours each. I know we only playing 3 songs, but we need to use all of this time.
Oh
And
my
they don't even
gosh.
feed niggas. Like at least some pizza, bro. I'll take
Yeah.
some Domino.
That's one thing I always tried to do because I have the vantage point of being an artist and a musician, you know. So if I'm taking people's time, I have always at least tried to feed you. You know what I'm saying? We just did something earlier this year and you helped us curate some musicians for a tiny desk. I fed everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm taking your time, and I paid you too, but I'm saying like I can't believe like some of the things you have been asked to do out here. And it's like, you want how many days of the week to do what for how long? And that's how much you're paying me? ¿Qué pasa? You know, like, oh, yeah. So that was the biggest squelch that I needed to put in this episode for anybody out there at home or around the world. Just because you come to Los Angeles does not mean you about to automatically be making the big smackaroons, okay? They people will BS you everywhere you go. But there, like you said, like you'll find far and few, but there's more opportunities and more. I'll get $100 a year, but I'm playing at Wayne Brady's house. You know what I'm saying? Like something weird like that, you know?
Yeah, you're not just gonna get the call like, hey, like pick a random celebrity, Tashina Arnold.
Yeah.
And then you told me that shit. God damn, Curtis.
This is like specific examples.
Yeah. I literally just picked the first person. I was thinking of Martin. But yeah, like that type of stuff doesn't happen back home because they don't live there. So that's like the big difference. Like that, the cool shit like that happens. Like, I mean, you probably get to play at Giannis' house, but you know, that's like
I think Milwaukee, at least from our vantage point, in the Midwest, they're more orchestrated or more calculated in. Okay, this is happening, but we're figuring this out before. Like, this is the only city that I've been in where it's like the pop up is really you have to be accustomed to doing it. You know what I mean? I think you tried to prep us for that, but I don't think that I really like got it until we got here. You have to be flexible. I'm not a flexible person. I'm a Virgo. Okay, so me not having a plan for like the day or the X, Y, and the Z is very hard to unlearn. Where it's like, hey, just somebody randomly calling me at 5 p.m. when I'm already settled. I'm also in my 30s. Okay, I'm settled for the evening. Oh yeah, you want to come out and get this gig? I need to give kids, I need a flute player. Dad, do this, a video shoot. Blah blah blah. Hollywood. Blah.
Starts at midnight. Like
right.
Ooh. Y'all playing in my face.
Well, LA is weird I have never seen so much Sunday doing in my life. Y'all, why do y'all do so much stuff on Sunday nights?
Yo, LA wins. LA wins for Sunday nights.
It's
crazy. No one does Sunday nights like LA.
That's
like
insane.
Chicago might be second.
Yeah.
That's it. And really, Chicago like Sunday afternoons.
Yeah. No,
like if you look Sunday at 5 p.m. in Chicago might be off. But by 8 o'clock, no.
It's crazy.
8, 9, no.
Why does this jam start at 10? Because you know why? Because no definitive person, and you can't find 5 people that have the same line of work. Y'all don't have jobs.
Correct.
They require you to get up in the morning.
That's what we called it in the first episode, jobless behavior, right?
Jobless behavior. There's so much jobless behavior out here. Yet they live in these high rises downtown. They're paying $4,000 a month, and they are surviving somehow. Okay, like it's crazy.
But on the opposite side of that, LA it closes pretty early,
right?
Like compared to like bigger cities like New York, which is typically always open. No, like LA shut down at like midnight, 1 o'clock.
Depending on where you at, funny like trivia, sort of trivia maybe. Somebody like first roommates, they all work at Idle Hour, and that's like a bar, so like people they know different things just like in like the live bar language, just hearing like what's happening. Well, before the pandemic, there was a vote, and in 2021, like they had voted to turn it over in 2021 that all bars could be open until 4 a.m. Because all the other big cities were already at that point, but not LA. So they were supposed to do it, and then the pandemic happened. So then they never got like a for sure vote or anything like that.
I see.
So then it never happened again. It really got brought up for real.
Yeah.
Now I think they did do it like locally in West Hollywood. So I think some of those clubs that are on that main strip during the weekend.
Yeah.
I think you can be at those until like 3 or 4 a.m.
I see.
But like that's the only like little town city in LA that does that.
Okay.
Now, I don't have personal experience, but you can ask any partier in LA that there's always afters. So that's like a whole different like culture.
Yeah.
Like because for people who really go out in LA, there's a whole I don't know where. Don't ask me where. I can't tell you. I can't help y'all. I want to sit downtown somewhere. I don't know. You don't know what you're gonna get downtown. I want to sit downtown somewhere. Yeah, but there's a whole separate culture of like after parties. Like they're not supposed to, but like they happen all the time. So
well, I guess we haven't tapped into that crevice yet fully.
Probably not going to.
Yeah, right. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I think it might have come up when we were like randomly coming from a gig and like, oh, we're hungry. Stuff like that. Like, wait, why is this place not really I don't want to just go to McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was surprised that those sorts of things.
Yeah, like the businesses and shit. I'm sure the underground culture is great. So, for, kudos to all of those that participate. But yeah, like the regular life, like, no, the streets are dead at like 1.
Yeah.
At least out here.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's like Saturday. Maybe.
Actually, I have to take you guys to like the little like High Town. That's kind of in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever like out late near Hollywood, we can get like Thai food at like 3 or 4 over there. Yeah.
See, this is the shit I need to know about.
Yeah.
Speaking of food,
Bone to pick.
Yep, go ahead.
I got a bone to pick.
I got a bone. I don't want your monkey. Nah. I will say this. I am not privy to every single thing that there is available out here. I have only been here for a year and some change, okay? And counting. So don't take my word for face value as to be the end all be all. But one of the things, I talked about this in my 6-month review of being here. I think personally, it is, y'all don't got no flavor. As a whole, I'm shocked at the lack of flavor that I have found specifically in Mexican food in Los Angeles, which is insane to me because Mexico is literally 2 doors down.
2 doors.
Like literally, I can hop, skip, and jump to where the actual authentic Mexican food comes from. So I don't understand why one little hole in the wall place in Milwaukee is beating y'all ass when it comes to the flavor that I'm getting from my food. And I feel like it's not coming from a place of bias. It's just coming from a place of like very distinction. I'm like, I had high expectations coming here. This is a melting pot. There's all sorts of cultures here. And I was like, why is it and I haven't been everywhere. People assume when I talk about this that I only eat North Hollywood. No. I gig. I go out. I go to many different places. So I have yet to this day to find something that truly, truly like wowed me as far as food in LA is concerned. And the Midwest is still very much beating their ass.
I have a feeling if some LA foodies find this segment, this piece, they're gonna flood you with some recommendations.
I listen. This is the one thing that I would gladly be proven wrong. Yes.
And I'll also say as a little disclaimer, I'll just also personally apologize a little bit not being able to help as much.
You're always
one thing I found out playing with the Latin artists I play with and all this traveling, I found out in a weird way, the hard way, I am not a foodie.
Oh.
Look, I'm a large man. I will eat. But I have always kind of been like picky, and I'm very much, once it works, I'm done. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't need to be foodily stimulated all the time. I don't know.
Foodily stimulated is crazy.
Yeah, like if it's the one and done. If it works, it works for me every time. I don't need to. I need a little variety. No. I'm cool.
Yeah.
So
I say that same shit. Like everything doesn't need to be the best thing ever. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying it gotta be the best thing ever, but I do expect to have my socks knocked off every now and
everyone's
then.
yes. So
that said, though, on the other side of that, there is one place that consistently I have 2 places that I have never not had a good experience at. The first one is Jollibee's. I don't know what you mothers are doing. I've never, because it's consistently delicious.
And Filipinos got it.
Yeah.
Y'all got it. Okay? Now, because it primarily starts, you please. And now they got this new Korean barbecue flavor I've yet to try yet. I'm about to get into
that too.
I'm trying to get into it, Now, but on the Mexican side, the first place when we ate here when we moved was this place called what's it called again? The truck.
San Marcos.
San Marcos.
Yeah.
San Marcos Birria. Listen.
Truck is the way to go.
Could you, would you, with a boat? Could you? I don't care. You guys make everything delicious. I have never had a bad thing. I've had birria ramen for the first time from you guys.
Tell you that shit was slam.
That's definitely a thing.
I personally think that all the flavor that LA boasts to have, they're just hoarding it. They're hoarding it from you guys. So maybe you can just come borrow some and sprinkle it on everything else. And then maybe we'll all be happy campers. But
well, I think it's also, especially with your point of view, it's not so much that LA has, I guess, disappointed with flavor. It's just that, like, our flavors in the Midwest is so underappreciated. They cook their asses off out there. Like,
I think that's actually a really good point. That's a really good point. Like, I feel like if a place is gonna say I am doing this type dish,
Yeah.
it has to be good, or else ain't nobody gonna go, and it's not gonna work because
Yeah.
it's because people are consistent, and I feel like it's more family oriented. People are just kind of used to their habits, their comfort zone. So if they're gonna try, you got a top place in Milwaukee. I ain't never had Thai before. I'm gonna try. That's most people. They gonna be like, where's Thailand? Is that the same thing as China? Same thing as Japan? No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's a whole different country. They got a whole different cuisine. Like it's just so many. It's so many different.
Not the Hank Hill or your Chinese or Japanese.
But
no, it's Thailand. So that's totally different.
Like, sorry. Like I even know in Racine there is this Spanish tapas place that is really good and holds up. Like still not foodie, so fight me if you want to, but I've been to Spain and I had some of their stuff, and there are still some dishes I'm like, I'd rather go back home and have them make it for me over there because they was killing it. Like, now I'm my own preference, but yeah, like.
That's why I brought that up, because I feel like that's being overlooked as far as, not that the food ain't good here, it's just the food was so good.
Yeah.
Back,
and we grew up on it.
Yeah.
So we came with those expectations.
Yeah, because you're talking about Guanajuatos and their steak tacos, which haven't been topped yet. But that's just that specific place, because, they got it. But, hey, we still got to go out there and eat.
There's lots of things to be tried, lots of space and terrain to be explored, and lots of dishes to be ate. So,
actually, you know what? Just a little suggestion. Maybe maybe I might see this in the future. Maybe there should be like a mini pod, like B&Q Eat Out, maybe something like that. All of a sudden, just like not long, just like minute to quick like reels, TikTok kind of, and on the search for the best Mexican food in LA.
Listen,
like.
That's actually a good idea.
You said nothing.
And we get to eat a whole bunch of tacos and shit.
He's like, look, I get to eat.
Chimichangas. Oh,
Planting of the seeds.
And I don't know if y'all been to San Diego yet either.
I haven't. I have a cousin out there.
Yeah, but that's if all the places that we can kind of help guide y'all here in LA still don't match up, San Diego.
I can see San Diego having
will knock your socks off.
I believe it.
Yeah, because they are right there.
Yeah,
they're the door over.
Yeah, okay.
They're sharing a wall. They're sharing not a wall. Oops. I was trying to say like an apartment, and then it didn't work out that well.
Yeah, that wall been
lost in translation.
Oh gosh.
That's the door over.
The dark humor. I love it. So there's so many other things that we could go on. This obviously could be like a part 2 at some point. I love this being like something we're just like checking right now, and I'm sure we'll have more to elaborate. Maybe next time we do this episode, we'll be like, okay, so since that episode, here's what I've tasted. You know what I'm saying? Here's what I've eaten. This I'll give me an addendum to that. But for right now, we're gonna wait and see. We are entering this in different points because Quentin and I have celebrating 1 year. You have been here for 5, going on 6. So you have accomplished a vast amount of things, I'm sure. Personal checklists or personal things, or things that you weren't even thinking you were going to do. Some things you did that surprised you.
Definitely that. Definitely that.
So one of the other things we wanted to make sure we talked about, or like specific things that we felt like we have accomplished in our time in LA thus far. Whether that be like, oh, I set out to do this and I did that, or if it was something, oh, I surprisingly did this and it turned out to be one of the greatest things, what have you. Is there anything like that that sticks out to you in your terrain here?
I'm just thinking how I'll say this first. I'll preface this. Like when just about the same time when my 6-year anniversary mark will be here, I'll be turning 33. So I moved here.
Yeah, Jesus here.
Yeah. Oh my God. So I moved here when I was 27. And that's not old, even not as old as I am. It's really not old. There's a whole debate on those kind of things. But as far as just a mindset thing goes, I kind of came to LA with the thought hey, there are going to be a lot of things I don't know what to expect. So even though like I have these lanes that I might want to do, like maybe I want to do this, maybe I want to do that, I go in open minded for sure at least 5 years,
Mhm.
and just see what happens. So
Yeah.
very open minded, very like I don't know if I'm all of a sudden I'm trying to be the saxophone player, I'm gonna be the keys player, I'm gonna be the guy doing all the film composing, anything. Who know? I don't know. So I was
Mhm.
like, well, I just kind of may I say yes to everything, but just yeah, kind of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So because of that, and then I'll kind of also piggyback in a way, just like how the gig life is different. Um, yeah, there are a lot of like things that are similar, but like because it's LA and there's so many different connections, it like the area that gigs that you'd even think of cover kind of just unfold exponentially. It's
Mhm.
like,
Okay.
okay, you can have like a small gig that only plays this or that, but not only is it just like a whole bunch more of those types of gigs, all of a sudden now it's like, oh, but you need somebody who does this and this like little niche thing. Oh,
Mhm.
wait, there's a business for that. Oh, I didn't even
Mhm.
wait. People do this too, and they pay. I didn't know all these different things that just wouldn't be a thought process that happens. Um, like even like on small things, like early on, like I did a few like solo saxophone like gigs, like private like gigs where I'm literally just playing saxophone for some people. Like there's one I play for a family on the beach, there's one I play for a couple on the beach. It's me and them on the
Mhm.
beach. There was
And
one
a sax.
that was in a
Mhm.
saxophone. Maybe two. Like but it's and no tracks, no anything. Like I mean literally just my saxophone
Yeah.
trying to approach this like how a violin player might approach playing by themselves. Like
Oh, okay, I see,
Mhm.
I see.
this is all I got. Um, so things of that nature, just like smaller things. Like I mean, tour always sounded great, but I wasn't per like thinking like, oh yeah, I need to tour. I need to like
Yeah.
some people have that more like in their mindset. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
I wanna like be program, I wanna do this, I wanna do that. Like it wasn't like of course I like if somebody would say that, of course I want to, but it
Mhm.
wasn't like I'm looking for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like one of the first gigs in the call for it, like they mentioned the Tashina Arm thing, um, like that's how I met one of my best friends, and music collaborators, Mauricio Guerrero,
Mhm.
and we kind of clicked early on. Yeah, really, 2021, I was able to like have a lot of things happen that I didn't expect to have like happen.
Mhm.
Like being able to have a place where I could kind of host a jam wasn't on the cards, and that proved just to be great in a lot
Yeah.
of different ways. Um, and meeting Mauricio early on, it was almost like perfect timing where like he had a artist that he was like playing for. So we had a test run of like working together with an artist.
Mhm.
And then he got offered to be the music director for this up and coming Latin artist, Danny Ocean. And that was he got the call August 2021. I remember he called me September 2021 and was like, I want to take you to Mexico.
You're
And I
like,
was like,
oh.
okay, of course, cool. Like that sounds great.
Mhm.
Um, and this is 4 years later and 25 countries down that we've been at. Like
Mm.
I
Pop
never
that shit.
expected, like I
Yeah.
never expected to this I had to go get my emergency passport because my passport was full. Like it's full of stamps. So I had to literally
Oh.
go. We were in Colombia and we're about to go yeah, I got it in Colombia, but we're about to go to I think Peru, and some of the other countries needed like pages out, and it's like, yeah, because they were definitely already stepping on top of other things. I should have got this passport probably like redone probably like a year and a half ago.
Mhm.
I was like, yeah, it'll be fine, and then it wasn't. Um, but yeah, like just like that amount of traveling, being able to play music, I didn't have in my cards to think about. But it's just one of those things like oh, it's more likely to know the person who could take you somewhere
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
that needs something being here. Like it's just quicker and because in theory, like I think God I think just like he has things planned for us that we don't know.
Mhm.
But taking it just on a paper kind of thing, like it maybe anybody could have filled this position or something like that. So it's just a blessing to have been at that door at the right time.
Yeah.
Maybe as things that I did hope to do. Some things kind of just recently happened. I would say like I scored my first like short film. Yeah, and got yeah,
I'm
like my
sorry, I
first
didn't know
film.
that. That's
Oh yeah.
yes, that is so
Yeah.
freaking cool.
Yeah, and like that was just I mean, film scoring is always kind of on the plan on my
Yeah.
like things I wanted to
Mhm.
do. I also realized, I think, as just time went on, there's like kind of two ways to go about it, and it's literally the traditional way, like getting that degree, meeting those people, being part of like a camp that
Mhm.
way, or trying to hope to be a cool enough artist or something, a producer to kind of backdoor it and be like, "Oh, you like what I do? So you need me to
Mhm.
score?"
Yeah.
You know, like, so it's like I guess that's the road I'm gonna have to take. You know, so yeah, but that kind of recently like just happened, and it was not like a paid opportunity. Um, so hopefully that'll be in like film festivals and maybe available to see. I'm pretty sure I can just talk about it. It's called When They're Gone. Um, yeah, and it was executive produced, and he's like stars in it. Glenn, Glenn Turman.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yep.
Well,
We'll
No,
talk
no,
about it
no,
more.
no, 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 no,
You're
no, no,
funny.
no, no, no. Cause what?
Yeah, it's a short
Cause
film.
what?
Yeah,
Nah, 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 nah. You're talking about Glenn Turman.
Yeah.
You're
get
talking
out
about.
of
You're talking about the man, the Colonel from
Yeah.
different world,
Yeah,
from Cooley High.
Yeah.
That Glenn Turman. Nah, nah.
Speaking of,
I
good at
love
Yeah,
him.
speaking of Cooley High, I feel like that was one I kind of forgot about.
Uh-huh.
The two main stars is him and I forget Lawrence's full name. The other guy though.
Lawrence Hilton Jacobs.
Yes, it's them two. It's those. It's those two. They're
That's
the
so
close.
cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! First of all, give it up
Yeah.
to Crump Jr. Everybody. Oh my God! Yeah.
That boy is good.
So funny.
All right.
The boy good. That is insane. I loved how much I just learned in this last because there were some things I was expecting you to obviously say, but I was
Mhm.
like, no, I actually don't know what Curtis set out to do or what other sort of surprising things he's found himself in. I think that you have set a great example for us of willfulness. You know what I mean? In preparation. And that's the one thing too, there's another vast difference, not vast, but like a very specific difference about us coming from where we come from. What we're doing, yes, it's hard, but it's not nothing we haven't already been doing.
Yes.
Because we come from the Midwest, because we come from we very great creative circles. Like
Mhm.
everybody out there plays their ass off. Everybody out there has to DIY. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't have all these outlets and this huge market. So we have no choice but to get better. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We have
Yeah,
no
man.
choice but to work hard and work consistently in order to like try to you know what I'm saying? Like be noticed. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like that's something that's actually been pointed out to us since we've been here too. Is that people notice that they know when we come from Milwaukee, or they know when you come from the Chicago or the Midwest,
Yeah.
because y'all all are like we're greedier musicians. You know what I'm saying? Y'all kind of had to rear yourselves. So when you're here, a lot of stuff that's thrown at you, you're already prepared for. You know what I mean? There's like situations we've been in. It's like, oh, they like, oh yeah, we gotta do this. Oh yeah, that's fine. And y'all gonna do this too? Oh no, we didn't even think to do that. I'm like, why wouldn't you think to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't that not part of how this works? You know, that we all have a very specific work ethic that I think a lot and accompanied with our talent that I think has allowed us to be able to be ready to take on these miscellaneous scenarios as they're presented to us. So that's really, really great. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited to hear this. This is awesome. Well, I have a list. I had to make a Chat GPT list because I don't know, because I can talk all the time. I'm very candid on my socials about how disappointed I am in a lot of things with myself. But I was like, this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Because no, B, you did a lot of things, you know. So I'm gonna just try to run down the list, and I'm not gonna elaborate on nothing unless it needs to. But I think it was pretty self-explanatory. I released my third album. Hello. Millennial Symphony was a long time coming. That was my first one in 9 years. Shout out to my husband Q for being our first time fully mixing and engineering a project together.
Correct, yeah.
So huge accomplishment. Obviously with that, I started performing regularly in Los Angeles because one of the big things I was talking about since I moved here is like, when am I going to get my own gig? When am I going to get my head? I had my first several headlining gigs here in the city, let alone getting into the mix. So that was definitely an accomplishment. I put on my first tour while I was here at that. Like,
Yeah.
hello. I auditioned for T-Pain's band. It didn't go nowhere, but we did that.
Yeah.
And also, I found myself in random situations, like playing for You're on the Street. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's connected to all these really big name artists. Like, just for me being available and knowing people knowing what I do. So that's really cool. Continuing to build, obviously, my content. I became a fully fledged comedian.
Oh, yeah.
You did,
Here in
yeah.
Los
You a
Angeles.
funny
Yes.
ass motherfucker,
Because I've
too.
always, thank you very much, sir. I've always found myself to be quite the funny gal. But it was here that I took my first comedy acting course, my comedy stand-up course, rather, and had several stand-up shows. So that's a huge accomplishment within itself, my guy. Launched our first podcast.
We sure did, yeah.
Which we're doing right now.
Pretty good, if I say so
It's
myself.
all right. Yeah. And then obviously continue to like survive.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a very big one.
Successfully moved cross country, sold our house, navigated all these things. You pretty much get the gist. I think that those are like the big primary goals that I had when I came here was like, I just want people to see who I am. And I think that the time that we spent toiling from last November up until September, when I was finally able to be like, here's my show. Because that's all I ever wanted to do. I was like, yes, I'm doing these jams and I'm sitting in on these gigs and whatever. I want you guys to see from top to bottom what a Be Free show consists of.
Yeah.
You know, and I think I got to do finally got to do that with the Millennial Symphony tour stop that we did here. So that plus the comedy thing, I think is really like that. And then of course, continuing to grow our duo development. Those are like my biggest accomplishments of being out here thus far. What say you, Q?
Me, I'm surviving is pretty high on that list. Or what was the question again? I forgot.
Just things that you accomplished.
Oh, I became a full-time musician. Oh my God!
I'm sorry.
Why?
I have to get into a year for you because I know you're gonna like undersell.
Gotta edit that shit out. I became a full-time musician. This is the first time, I guess, in my life as a working adult where I didn't have like a traditional job. And we've been able to keep the lights on. So that's like an accomplishment by itself. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep stressing that. It's very expensive to live here.
And speaking of lights, just off the topic, like they don't charge you every month, which just makes it harder to keep track of how much it's going to cost.
Yeah.
And it looked like it's gonna hit you in the face. You'd be like, "What?"
Yeah. That's I've never experienced that before now. But go continue.
I did first tour.
With who?
With Vivian Green.
Yeah.
You're one of your favorite singers. So she was very excited. She was trying to sneak on and shit. Like, Brittany, I just met these people. I'm not going to ask them if they need a background singer. But yeah,
that was a simple question.
Yeah, I've been doing fly dates. Shout out to Tatiana. She's been taking me all over the West Coast. Tatiana Tate. Trumpet. Yeah,
yes.
that's my nephew right there.
That's my niece and your nephew. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, just generally not having to change my approach with how I deal with people. And that was always my goal. Just come here and be who I am. You know, like you said, be cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do what you do and be cool. And it seems like people are pretty okay with that. So I'm okay with that if they're okay with that.
Yeah.
I mean, no, my year's been pretty
amazing.
Been pretty all right.
I will say, I think I said this to you the other day. I am very much, because I'm like all these things, and it's not to be like, it's not coming from a boastful place, but it's just like the reality. I have my hands in so many different things. I think it's harder for me to be satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
But you have a very streamlined, I think, path. as far as like these are the things that I do. You know what I mean? Like it's all rooted in I'm a keyboardist, but yes, I'm also a sound engineer, and yes, I'm also like you have this ability with your primary ability to kind of let it lead your path a bit more, and it's really been amazing to watch, honestly, because I have always said the entire time that I've known you, I'm constantly telling people like, yo, Q is cold. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like us being and everybody at home, they all know you're cold. Like that's a given. But I think it's been really dope to watch people who don't know you just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Watching it happen in real time.
Stop, you.
No, I'm serious. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like we had no idea what we were going to end up doing. We were thinking about is Q going to have to go work at Amazon Fresh? You know, like is he going to have to get a UPS job?
And
which he would, because you know he ain't going to not let us starve.
Absolutely
I think
not.
it's incredibly wonderful that God has made a way for you to, because you are a full-time musician. We're not talking about just like, oh, I'm saying it, but no, like you have a steady church gig as an MD. You know what I'm saying? You're being asked to do these tours, and you're performing in the circuits that Curtis introduced you to. Like you are literally doing the thing. You know what I mean? This is my first time watching you be able to live fully in your gifts, because you spend so much time supporting mine. You know what I mean? It's like we know what Brittany wants to do. We were both trying to work towards her doing that, but it's really been awesome to see this become the place where you have fully flourished. And I was like, if nothing else happens with me, if this turns out to be the primary reason why we were brought to Los Angeles, I'm totally okay with that.
Well, thank you.
Like sincerely.
Well, I've always said, even when we moved, like if I can just transfer what I'm doing back home over here and like be okay, I'm fine with that.
So before we conclude, we all have this very specific experience. 1 year, 5 and 6. You know, we had these great things we've accomplished thus far. What is one thing that each of us would like to see us accomplish within our next year of living in Los Angeles?
I guess I'll go first. What I want to accomplish within a year or with coming up in a year?
Yeah.
I would say I would like to get into video game scoring.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I like video games. I like video game scores. I like making music. Yeah, that's like my ultimate.
That's Quentin's
goal.
dream job.
Yeah, as a musician. Yeah, to score video games. So if I
Mm-hmm.
get into that, you can't tell me nothing. I'm gonna have to switch up on y'all.
I'm gonna
I can't wait. Well, what say you?
I was gonna actually say give it to our guest.
To our guest, what say you?
Oh man. In the next year, for sure, at least one thing. I want to put some more music out. Yeah, I want to put some more music out.
And it's good.
But yeah, there's a lot of things that's been just kind of floating and started, and I just need to, even if it's just a single or something like that. I'm really busy, but I really want to do that. And then I'll maybe say in the next 2 years, because I already think next year is going to be either maybe next year or then like 2 years something, to maybe be in a. I want to at least do it once for real. Let's maybe in a tour situation where I'm the music director. And kind of like arranging like a show for artists, like whether it's a small artist, but like a tour run would be nice. Like to be like, okay, here's the show. It's not just a one off. It's like, oh, here we get like 4 dates, 5 dates, 6 dates. You know, like something where it's like we took some time. We're proud of it. We're having a good time. We can kind of get to live in the music a little bit. But like, I get a chance to be the like arranging it or have my hands in it. Like, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I love that. And you are capable. And it will happen because we are manifesting this right now. I have several. I think one of the primary things I definitely want to do is I want to try to book my first international gig. I've never been outside the country. It's really lame. Like
It's
I have
really
a
lame.
whole fresh passport. It was because of Lil Q, ironically, that I got the passport in the first place. Because my friend, we have another friend out here also named Quentin, and he randomly hit me up when I was in Milwaukee. Hey, you want to come to Mexico or something to play football? I was like, sir, I am in surgery recovery. I was like,
Correct.
but I thought about it and I was like, bro, what if I wasn't in surgery recovery? What if I just was ready to go? You ain't got no damn passport. So that's what made me go get it. And then I was like, well, now I just have this like blank thing. And but now that this is clearly the place where that's more accomplishable, even if it's me going to Mexico. I foresee in the
can
next
drive to
year.
Mexico.
Exactly. That's why I said it. I want to get my first international gig in the next year. And as far as additional things, I would love by the end of next year to firmly establish my presence as a pianist
Oh.
in the city, because I know that everybody knows I sing, or the people who know me know that I sing, and clearly I play flute, but I'm very sheepish about my piano playing because it's not quite up to par with Quentin and Curtis. So I'll be like really like standoffish about it, but there's no reason why I can't be a CCM musician. There's no reason why I can't, but yeah, I look back at I my goal is to be playing more forward facing as a pianist by next year. And then finally, I want to solidify our duo presence because we're doing things individually, but I want people to be able to revere and at least know of Be Free and Q, the entity. So they know that, oh, this is the couple that plays and records and produces and mixes and engineers and masters and can be your one-stop shop, your Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. And that's what I see happening next year.
Yeah, and they do hair. Looking at
You guys, this has been a beautiful episode. I could not think of a more wonderful way to wrap up the year and wrap up this season of The Love in the Loop. Thank you guys for embarking on this journey. Thank you guys. Thank you, Curtis, for instilling in us that we could do this. And thank you for being a wonderful friend and guiding light for us as we've been navigating ourselves through Los Angeles from Milwaukee. We really, really appreciate you, my friend. Yes. And to another year of us being awesome and getting into it more. Yeah. Yeah. If we want to if you guys want to follow where we're going to be doing that, where can they follow us at?
They can follow us on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, right?
Which is Be Free and Q. And then individually,
you can follow me at Roscoe_Duffy on Instagram.
You can follow me at Curtis Crump Music on Instagram or YouTube.
You can find me at the letter B, the word free, the number 2, music, everywhere. And they mama. Also my website.
And they mama.
I'm Be Free.
I'm Q.
This is Curtis. This has been The Love in the Loop. Ew.